Hi, good morning, everyone. Today in this session, we will see in detail about data types. There are three ways we can see objects. By using object manager, we can see the object. You can go to setup and open object manager. There we can see the objects. And we can create objects from these in these three ways as well. You can go to setup from the schema builder as well. You can create object. You can create fields as well. From the object manager as well, we can create fields. From developer console, we can see objects and we can create fields. We can create fields from developer console as well. But in the administration, we will see how to create fields by using object manager and schema builder. Yesterday I have shown, I don't know whether you have seen it or not. Even I have not checked the recording it came or not. So we have to go to setup to create fields. You have to go to setup. There you can see object manager. From this object manager, you can create fields. Go to that object. We have created policy object. In that policy object, go to fields and relationship. Here you can click new. Then you have to select data type. This I will explain what are the data types available. I want to use text data type. This is of 255 characters. Then next, you have to give field label, last name, length some 15. These four are the field label, field name, description, help text. These are the common properties. Field label is externally whatever we see, and field name is internal name. It is API name, we call it as. Description, this is the policy holder last name. This is description about this field. Then help text, enter policy holder name of 15 character, 15 text character. It is required or not? Yes, it is required. Last name should be there. Unique we should not give because duplicate names will be there for people. We are not getting from external systems. That's why I am not selecting that. Default value is not there. Then click next. This is at user level, profile level. It should be, this is called field level security. At what level this field should be available to users? It should be available to administrator, or it should be available to which type of user, which profile it should be available. Right now, don't think about this. It will be selected for everything. Click next. And it should be page layout. For every object, there will be a page layout. It will come in next session. Remember this, step 4 is page layout. This is field level security, that is for profiles. So we have got this. We have got this field. See this first name underscore underscore C. This is the custom field. Any object or field, if it is a custom object or custom field, we can see underscore underscore C. This is the interview question they will ask. How you will identify custom field or custom object? If it has underscore underscore C, it means it is a custom field or custom object. So this is the way how to create field. How to check this? You have to go to application. and create record. Go to app launcher. Wait, it is not. Go to HDFC sales. So we have created this object for the purpose of HDFC sales application. They have introduced new policy, insurance policy. Further, they want one application. In that application, they want this. Just click new now. Before there was only one policy name, and we have created first name yesterday by using this schema builder. Today we have created last name. Now this is coming like this, one by one. In the page layout, we have to modify this. That will come in page layout session. Policy name, some ABC policy. Last name is K, first name is this is a policy holder first name and last name. That is the policy name. So we have got like this. Then we can create same fields by using schema builder as well. Go to schema builder. In the schema builder, clear all. Now everything went. You have to select policy. This is the object we are placing on the canvas. So whatever the fields are available in the policy object, it is displaying here. Now, if you want to add any new field in our document, the next field is date of birth. So for date of birth, we need to have number field. So take this number field, drop here. Field label, whatever it is, it has displayed there. It is showing it here. DOB. Description, DOB of policy holder. Help text, enter DOB. Date. So now here we have taken number, but we are entering date. So we should not take this now. For date field, one option is for date field, they have provided one data type. So cancel this, drop date. Enter field label. We name this description. Enter stores DOB of policy holder. Help text, enter DOB. Default value is not there. If it is required, you can give required, or else you can save it. Now you can see here DOB has come. So this is the way we can create fields by using schema builder. Now why they have provided schema builder for this purpose? Because to create an object manager, there we have given some 41 fields here. To create 41 fields, if you use object manager, it takes a lot of time. It takes time to create fields by using object manager. Right. So here I am explaining that when we create object by using object manager, it takes long time. So how many ways? In how many ways can create fields? Two ways. Which is best way to create field? Both are okay. There is no difference. Same functionality. But the difference is when you want to create one field or two fields or three fields, we have seen navigation, how we are creating object manager. We are going here, we are going to object, then fields and relationship, we are clicking it. It is taking some time. We are choosing the field type. It is taking time. When we are in object manager, it takes time to create field. But in schema builder, we can drag and drop. Takes less time. But here, when you create field, immediately it won't come. Now close it. Now we have created date field. What happened? Here, go to application. I created DOB field by using schema builder. Go to that policy. Here, see, we have created that field, but we have not got it here. The field which we have created by using object manager, first name and last name we have created by using object manager. But date of birth we have created, but it didn't come here. Why it didn't come here? Because when you create fields by using schema builder, need to have two observations. One is required field. Second one is optional field. If you made field as required, mandatory, it will immediately come. Page layout. When you create field, that time it will create page layout behind it. In this page layout, it is arranged like this. This is called page layout for this object. For policy object, policy underscore page layout will be there. This is called page layout. Here we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 fields. If you create by using object manager, all fields will be immediately appear in the page layout. If you create field by using schema builder, only mandatory field, for the fields whichever you give required, those will be appeared immediately in page layout. If it is optional field, we have to manually need to place in page layout. That we will see later, because for page layout there is different navigation. Both options are same functionality. There is no difference. In real time, we need to create lot of fields. Each object will have thousands of fields sometimes. Hundreds of fields need to be created. So that time we use schema builder. We use schema builder, we just drag and drop. Then we will go to page layout section, page layout options. Then there we will arrange all the fields. So within 10 to 15 minutes, we can create all the 100 fields. If you take object manager, it takes more than 1 hour to create 100 fields. That is the difference. There we have written question, which way is the best to create field? So why we go explain why we create objects fields using schema builder. So you have to explain those 3 points. So the Salesforce is providing 19 different types of data types. Every data type is the type of data which we can store in the field. When you want to create any field, first you have to select data type. Type of data store in field. To create field, first step is to select data type. After selecting data type only, we can do remaining things. After selecting data type, if you want to create text data type, you have to select text. If you want to create number data type, you have to create number. If you want to create date data type, date of birth, if you want to create, you can select date data type. Because based on the requirement, field requirement, we select the data type. Then we need to enter properties. So every data type has its own properties and functionalities. Client gives business requirement document. They do not mention data types. As admin or developer, we have to understand Which data type is suitable for this field? They will mention, okay, this is the policy object you have to create. In this policy object, you need to create these data types. We have to prepare our own document. They just give that much of line, that's it. They don't give entire document to you. In the document, if they provide even PDF or something else, they just give this, they just mention this line. In a single line, we get user stories. We have to convert those user stories into requirements, technical, functional document and technical document. Then we have to finish our work. There are 4 common properties for each data type. For every data type, 19 data types have 4 common properties. This is the field label. Field label is nothing but name of the field. It is name of the field for external end user. What end user see here? Policy name, last name, first name. This is label. This is mandatory. Without this label, we cannot do. We cannot create field. That is the field label. Example for field name is account name, policy name, first name, phone number. These are the labels. Second one is field name. That is for internal purpose. If you give account on name, it comes account underscore name, field name. If you give policy name, policy space name, it will give policy underscore name. If you don't give space, it will come combinedly, policy name. That's it. This is the internal name for field. This is the column name in the object table where we see internally in the database. It is external, end user see this field label. And description, we know what is the purpose of this field, what is stored. This is the comments or description about the field. Stores account name. We have given like this. This field stores account name, organization or person name. If it is date of birth, it stores date of birth. That is the description about the field. What is the purpose of that field which we have created? We have created first name. We have created policy name. What it contains? What is the purpose of that field? Next, help text is the tooltip text for online help message. People might not know. If you enter just account name, they don't know. They might enter 1, 2, 3 in place of account name. That time we will tell them. This is the text data you need to enter. Person name or if it is the account name, you have to enter text data. The data is, it is either organization name or personal name with maximum of 15 characters. We might enter 16 characters instead of 15. It will not allow. We have given length as 15 characters. So these 4 properties are common for every field. If you create for every data type, if you select any data type while creating the field in the 19 data types, these are the following 19 data types starting from text. So to practice this text, what you have to do is, first you have to create one data type object. Create custom object name data type. Create 19 fields using different data type for each field. Observe properties for each data type. Properties and screens which we are getting. UI screens. While creating the field, we get different screens. In that screens, we have different names for each screen. After and observing that, enter records for each data type. So we will see that how to do. So I am not going along with this document. I will send this document to you. You have to create data types by using this document. By looking at this document, you have to create. You have to create policy, object, then you have to create those things. Now I am creating, even you have to do this assignment as well. So we will go from each and every data type. Before going for that, we will create custom object, that is to practice all these data types. Go to object manager, setup, object manager, create new custom object. So new label, data type, data types. Can give comment. This creation, object creation, we have seen in the 9th session, I think so. Data type, object to practice 19 data types. This we are using, this object we are using to create 19 data types, to practice 19 data types. Keep this open, the standard Salesforce.com help training window. Then data type name, record name is the data type name. This when we open screen, without this field we cannot create object, because this is the mandatory field. 5 standard fields we have discussed. In that name field is the standard, and remaining are the record ID. This is the record name created by, last modified by owner. These 5 fields. Whenever we come like this, don't get confused. What is this? If you have answer for this, means you are practicing it well. Otherwise you are not practicing. This confusion will be there for few days. If you practice well, that confusion will go. Allow in reports. We have discussed all these 4 points. We have to allow in reports. If you want to select any alerts or notification, you need to be alert. To track field history for 18 months, what happened to this field, we can track that if you select this checkbox. If somebody made some changes to field or record, then you will get that alert in charter as a record owner or field object owner. That is for that purpose. Make it deployed. Now we have to launch tab. Add notes and attachments. Launch tab. If you add this, notes and attachments, you can add PDF documents or something else. Save. It will go to, when we are doing this, observe these screens. So we are in the tab screen, setup tab, new custom object tab. object data type, it automatically it has given. You have to select tab style. You select something. You have to logically think that which symbol is suitable, then we have to do it. This is to practice 19 data types. We are using this because we have to enter it. Tomorrow somebody will come and see description, they will understand, okay, this tab is for this purpose. So this is the tab information. Click on next. So still we are in tab setup. This is to allow for all the profiles. See, add two profiles in the steps 2. Choose the user profiles for which new custom tab will be available. So it should be available for all the profiles. We discuss later about profiles and users. That is a different section. So in some other institutes, they start explaining users and profiles in the second day, but we will not understand what is that in the second day. We'll understand, but it is some confusion. So we made it a clear line in which way we have to explain. So that you will not have any confusion. You will be perfect with all these things. Then when we go to users and profiles, that you will be understand very easily. So this is the all applications which are available in Salesforce Arc. Here many applications are available. For those all applications, this will be applicable. These are all applications available in this Arc. You can see this here. If you click on app launcher as well, you can see all these applications. If you don't see all these applications here, you have to go to app manager. You should be always getting all this in mind when I am explaining this. Then you are okay with interview. If you are practicing well, when I am explaining this, if you would have connected to app launcher, app manager, that time, okay, you are okay with interview. Otherwise, you need to answer all these questions. You need to go through recordings again and again. So now this is the data type __ C. When we create custom object, it will have __ C. We have enabled reports, track activities, track field history. We have deployed it. This plural name is data types. So this is a field and relationships. We can add fields from here. Page layouts. This is the option. We can go and see in the page layout option. So this is the data type page layout. For that we have different navigation. We will see that. So we have got this. Go to that application and check. We have it or not. There will be data types object now. We have this tab. Behind this, then if you create new, we'll give data type name. We have given text data type. There we have selected text data type. It will allow 255 characters. Click on save. Text 255 characters. Now we have to create fields using other data types. So text data type allows users to enter any combination of letters and numbers and special characters, maximum of 255 characters. You can use it for PAN, passport, address. Even it takes number, alphanumeric characters it takes. It allows special characters as well. When you give text. So we have not seen how to create text by using object manager. We will see it now. How we can do it through object manager you can do. When we are creating object, that time it is a mandatory field. That's why we have entered text data type. Now go to setup. Object manager. This is the navigation which I have given before. Go to your data type. This is the object. In this data type, fields and relationships. Create new. We have already 4 fields we can see there. See this, here it is asking in the first data type new custom field. In the step 1, we have to choose the field type. Choose the field type. I will keep this navigation in YouTube description. Create text. Create first name, or you can give text field with text data type. So this is the navigation to create field. So go to setup. The setup object manager. Go to object. Here data type. Go to fields and relationships. Click create new. Then in the step 1, we have to choose the field type. This looks simple to do, but you need to practice for many fields. Then only you will get grip on screens. Salesforce, you have to understand more functionality, rather technical. So click text. Click on next. You have selected text data type, which allows 255 characters. We have discussed 4 common properties: field label, field name, description, and help text. These are the 4 common properties. These are the 4 common properties for all the data types. Whichever data type you select, these are the 4 common data types. After these 4 common data types, remaining properties will be there. For each data type, we have different properties. I have not mentioned those 4 here. I have mentioned remaining: length, required, checkbox, unique checkbox, external ID. These are the 4 properties I have mentioned, because for first 4 properties are common for every data types. So I have mentioned here 4 plus 4. 4 common properties plus 4 other properties. Total 8 properties are available for text data type. Whenever I ask a question, explain text data type, you have to explain text data type allows 255 characters length. Allows users to enter any combination of letters, numbers, and special characters, maximum of 255 characters. We can use this data type to enter address, PAN number, passport, etc. It contains 8 properties. In that 8 properties are field name, field label, field name, description, help. These are the 4 properties, common properties for all the data types. Text data types has these 4 properties. Along with this, another 4 properties are there: length, required checkbox, unique checkbox, external ID. This is the way you have to explain in interview as well when they ask about text data type. Once you have selected that, it goes to step 2. Enter the details. In this screen, here you have selected select text. Here these are the properties. In these properties, we have 8. For text data type, we have 8. I'm not mentioning that 8 here. So enter details. Field label we know, that is the text data type. Enter like this. Do same practice. It allows maximum of 255 characters, but I don't want to waste memory space. If you enter 255, it allocate 255 characters space. I don't want to do that because I want to have only 15 characters. I won't enter more than 15 characters. Why to waste memory? That's why give length 15 characters. Enter description. This is the field to practice text data type. We have created this field to practice for text data type. This is the purpose of this field. This is the purpose of this field. Next, help text. Allows 15 characters. Enter or else enter 15 characters for text data type. Enter 15 characters for text data type. Enter 15 characters for text data type. Okay, you make it. You want to make it required or not? If you make it required, you have to enter. Make it required. It is unique. If you enter unique, here see, it will not allow duplicate values if you enter unique. If you check this box, it is a unique field. Required means it is mandatory. It is unique. See this. If you enter like this, treat ABC and ABC as duplicate values. If you select this, you are making it, you are telling you want to make it case instance to or case sensitive. If you make it case insensitive, it will consider both capital ABC and small ABC as duplicate values. If you want to make it case sensitive, then it will take different values. Capital ABC is different, capital small ABC is different. This is, they have provided this option. When you are entering password, that time it is case sensitive or case insensitive. Case sensitive, we make it. It take it as different value for password. Capital A, small a, both are different for password. So in such conditions, we use case sensitive and case insensitive. If you want to make it, consider it as duplicate values, capital ABC if they enter once. If you don't want to enter small ABC, then select this, treat as duplicate value. Otherwise, if you want to consider them as different values, enter case sensitive. So right now I am not selecting this as unique. If this data is coming from any external source, that time there will be external ID. So here when we are creating field, there are 5 ways to make field mandatory. This we will see later. While creating the field as well, we can make this mandatory. In field page customization, when we go there, we can make field as mandatory. We might not give mandatory here. We have not selected mandatory right now. We have selected mandatory. If you don't select this as required, you can make this required in other places as well. While creating page layout, we can make this field mandatory by using validation rule, by using Apex triggers, by using Visual Force programming. We have created this field. We are going to create this field now. We are creating this field. We have not selected this required, but after that we might get requirement from client that make this field as mandatory. That time there are different ways to make this mandatory. Total 5 ways are there. While creating the field, we can make anyway. We can see this option here. After that, in day after tomorrow session, we'll go to page layout. Day after tomorrow. That time we can see, we see this field in page layout. There we can make it mandatory. We can make it required. By using these 5 options, we can make it required. So when you make it unique, it won't allow duplicate values. There are 2 ways, ABC and small ABC. You can make it case sensitive and case insensitive. Case insensitive means what? Duplicate, considered as duplicate value. Case sensitive means different. This is for password, we use it. Example. So all are okay, right? Just now lost internet connection. Every day morning power cut, I think this time. Yeah, I'm back. Share screen. Don't think. Okay, you can see my screen as well. So this is about unique external ID. If you are getting data from third party or external system, there will be external ID and we will have record ID. And we will have internally record ID. Both these are used for integration purpose. When there is external ID, when we load it from the other system into Salesforce system, we get in the Salesforce system, it will generate record ID. So we will have sync of these two. Their external ID details and our record ID details are matching with each other. So if we are not getting from external system, we have to select this option. Right now we are not getting. So there is no default value. I am clicking on next.
Sir, this external ID, how it look like, sir?
External ID, record ID for us. You have seen record ID. Just a minute, I will show record ID. Just let me finish this. I will show you record ID. So we are selecting it for all profiles. This is the field level security. This is select profiles to which field should be available. Here we are selecting for all profiles. Click on next. So next, this is the page layout, step 4. So this is the, by default, there will be data type layout for the object. In the data type layout, this field is included. Page layout, in which field to include. Because we are in data type of object, automatically data type layout will come here. Whichever data type is available, you will get that layout only. When we are in policy object, that time policy underscore page layout. We are in data type object. Now we got data type layout. Click on save. Now we have got text data type. Two fields are here now. Data type name, text data type. Before only this data type name was coming when we want to create record. Now we will get, go to application. We will get 3 in user interface. One we cannot enter, owner. I hope you are understanding that. So when you click on new, before when we clicked on new, we got only data type name and this owner data type, it is allowing to enter text data type. This is while creating object. Got this. Field. This data type, text data type, created. $15. So this is a 15 characters finished. That's why it is not allowing. Click on save. Go to where is that? Yeah, data types. So these two records we have created. When you see this, open this. How many are there? Fields 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 fields are there. Internally, one more field are there, record ID. How to see that record ID? Go to, we are in this record now. Now external ID, how it will look? We don't know how it looks because it is coming from external ID. External source, we are getting it. We don't know that format. SAP system might have some different format. Some other application, Oracle system might have different format. But in Salesforce, we can see this record ID format. Observe this here, URL. In this URL, we have record ID. This is the record ID. First 3 characters are object. Remaining are record ID. To understand it very easily, go to accounts. It is a custom object. We'll have different ID for custom object. We have discussed when we go to accounts. In this, if you go to account record, it is displaying this record. We have opened one account record. In this record, we have this record ID. This is object ID. We know it is Salesforce. We know which format is this. This is record ID. It is of 3 characters. How many characters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 characters. Record ID contains 15 characters. In that, first 3 characters, 3 other characters are object ID. It is to identify from which object this record is created. For accounts 001, you are in this custom object. This object is data type. This we have created. That object we have created. This is standard object. Accounts. Even if you go to, you can go to contacts. All of you can remember this, right? Open contacts record. You are in contacts, that's why you are getting 003 as object ID in the starting. This is the standard object. Contact. If you go to other record, in the contact object, and Young you have open Jack. See here, object ID is not changing. This is for contact. Here it is changed, record ID changed, 53. It is unique. You can go to account record and you can see. I have opened some record. I am opening this now. For account, it is like this. First 3 characters are of object. Next 15 are of record. Says if you create any record here, this first 3 letters are same, 3 characters are same. It changes from here. But for external system, we don't have idea in which format they will give. They might give this 15 character format, they might give 4 characters, they might give 6 characters, something like that. We don't know that. Based on their internal, it will be there. But we are giving like this. Okay. So that is the text data type which we have created right now. So you do this practice for now because 8:15 today. Tomorrow we will finish all the data types. I will send which assignments you have to do here. You have started 10 minutes late. So explain text data type. After that, you have to know about 8 properties. What is field label? What is field name? What is description? What are the different steps? The screen names we get while creating field with text data type. All you have to know this, you have to answer this. Then your interview will become easy. Don't neglect these small things, because your explanation in interview should be better. Then only it will be easier for us. What is help? 8 properties are there. What is required for this? Here, after field selecting field label and field name, what is length? Next, duplicates, right? Allow duplicates. Unique. What is unique? What is external ID? So in this, when you write unique, you have to explain what is case sensitive. Suddenly we sometimes we don't get answer for this. You should be very clear. This is very small question, kids question. But in interview, they suddenly ask what is case sensitive while selecting unique. We know this practically, but for explanation, we will not get answer. Usually for password field, is it case sensitive or case insensitive? I have confusion in my mind now. So you have to answer this.